Hey guys, what's up? Summer11 here. Today I will be doing the top cartoons of 2014. I actually recorded this yesterday, but I was tired and I felt like the video didn't really sound that good. And I did want to make a few changes, and I didn't do that to like the script and everything for the video, but I'll just probably change it on the go. There are just certain things I wanted to change though. And actually yesterday we recorded a discussion over the Nintendo Direct, and it's kind of long. Like, the discussions we do are always long, so I feel like people may or may not check it out. Kind of having trouble like, using this new program and everything, but hopefully if you like Nintendo you can check it out. I mean, we can just kind of talk about different stuff, and I'll keep trying to promote that video because it's kind of long. Plus it's a collab, so yeah. I just kind of wanted to do this first. I can probably do the top manga, top video games, top TV, but people seem to not like the top TV. The anime video is not ready because I still have some anime to watch from last year, and I don't really watch a lot of TV shows, so I guess that's kind of why people didn't like it. Like, I'm not watching like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad. I couldn't get into them, but I have better stuff to do, like anime and stuff. Because I tried to watch The Walking Dead and I went back to anime. I do love Gotham though. I love me some Gotham. I think Gotham's a great show. I think Penguin's awesome. So if I don't make that video, you know, there's some information about like the top TV shows. And you know, just kind of on the list. Onto the list. Anyways, I had Uncle Grandpa on the list, and I'm just thinking about it. It's like, Uncle Grandpa isn't a good show. And if I'm saying a show is bad, I shouldn't put it on the top 10 shows of 2014. So I took Uncle Grandpa off the list, and then with that, I already had like 8 shows on the list. So, um, you know, that's kind of a problem. I don't really have enough shows for the list. I tried to be nice with Uncle Grandpa, but Uncle Grandpa sucks, and you know, giving it a pretty good position on the list, and that's not good. People kind of disagree with it last year, and I didn't really see why, but this show does suck, and they do the episodes in about 6 or 7 minutes. I already said, like, these cartoons feel more like internet shorts because of how short they are. Like, internet shorts are around this, like 6 minutes, 10 minutes, around there. Cartoon Network, like most Cartoon Network shows, are around 10 or 11 minutes. And the plots in Uncle Grandpa are just kind of lame and weak. The cast of characters is very odd. You know, we have Uncle Grandpa. He breaks any rule, like he's like SpongeBob or something. He does it a lot. He does it a lot more than SpongeBob. Like, he'll turn into like 2 different Uncle Grandpas. He'll remove his head if he's like in a bad situation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Pizza Steve, just, I really hate this character. Like, I literally hate this character whenever he's on screen. He's just really, really annoying and everything. And it's just like a weird cast of characters. It's like, oh, my bag talks, or like, there's a realistic flying tiger. Like, who thinks of this stuff? And I did like the Aunt Grandma episode. That was all right. But I can see myself dropping the show and it just not being on the list this year. You know, for 2015, I mean, you know, which is this year. And it honestly shouldn't be on this list, but there aren't many cartoons out there, so that's kind of why I had it on the list at first. And I don't really watch most of the new stuff that comes out. Like, I can think of a few cartoons I don't watch or put on the list. I know Archer is one. I don't watch South Park. I've seen an episode or 2 of Archer. I thought it was cool, but I'm probably not gonna get into it. And then you have stuff like a Family Guy and American Dad, which I enjoy, but they're not on the list. And I don't know if I'm just getting too old for cartoons or Uncle Grandpa is like legitimately bad. I like some of the episodes, but I don't like a lot of the episodes. So I would say the show is just kind of bad. Let me see where I'm at, because I want to see if I can make some good time. Okay, number 9 or number 10 or number 10, 9, and 8 is Gravity Falls, because I didn't have a number 8, and you'll learn about that later. Gravity Falls? Oh my god, Summer11, why is Gravity Falls so low on the list? Gravity Falls is awesome. Okay, I'm pretty sure they didn't even announce that this show is moving to Disney XD. And if they did, it's still whatever, because I don't know if I shared this with you, but it seems like shows go to Disney XD to die, or when they're about to get canceled. A lot of shows were put on Disney XD in its earlier life, and usually when the show moved on there, it would mean that the show is ended or it is ending soon. And Gravity Falls was one of my favorite shows 2 years ago, I believe. Whenever Gravity Falls originally came out, like, I thought Gravity Falls was just great. But the plot is kind of meh now. It's just like random adventures that could go, that could or could not be important to the plot. It seems like they're kind of just like messing around with the plot. It doesn't really seem that important. Like, there are small parts of the plot that are slowly being revealed, but it's like, this is a cartoon. Like, I feel like cartoons don't know what they're doing when they're more plot driven, because if you're a plot driven cartoon, you could just go in like story, and I feel like some people would appreciate that, and maybe like little kids or something, they might not understand it, but I don't know. But Gravity Falls is getting better. Like, I've enjoyed some of the episodes from the second season, but I just haven't enjoyed everything. Let me see. And like an artist I follow, he or she, I think it's she, posts all this fan art and theories on the show, and I think it's kind of annoying. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem that deep to me, and I don't know if it is that deep or people are just making it deeper than what it really is, but I don't know. I feel like cartoons shouldn't really be taken on such a serious level unless they're mostly plot, like I just said. And don't get me wrong, Gravity Falls has some nice episodes this year. I didn't see the mini golf episode. I saw an anime version of it, which was cool. I think it's called If Gravity Falls Was an Anime, but I didn't really type that much up for Gravity Falls. I mean, those are my thoughts on the show and everything. Number 7, Adventure Time. Whoa, Adventure Time is this low on the list? I think Adventure Time needs to end. Seriously, they're doing nothing with the show. There are too many episodes focusing on side characters. The show could have a really good plot, but its episodes are silly, and I just think it's not that good anymore. It's actually been progressively getting worse, and I hope this doesn't disappoint fans or anything. People seem to take me very seriously, as if I'm the cartoon guy for this or something like that, which I don't mind. I put a lot of trust in my opinion, and I definitely think my opinions are right, especially on Adventure Time. I mean, I watch all these shows. I watch most of the episodes. I think the only show on the list that I haven't seen every episode of is Gravity Falls, and that's because I didn't know about the move, and I didn't really know if I wanted to get into season 2 or not. Wait, no. I think they did a commercial for season 2, but I didn't know if I wanted to watch it or not. Something like that. But yeah, if you want to make your own list and you think Adventure Time is like number 1 or something, go ahead. Like, you don't have to take my opinions as fact or anything. Like, this is just the way I feel. Adventure Time and Steven Universe probably have the most potential on this list, though. Story-wise, they could probably beat most of the shows on this list with ease, but they kind of stick to childish plots. And I just don't really like Adventure Time that much anymore. It's been done to death, like the Pooh Brain horse, you know, that Ice King was in one of those episodes. And I recently watched a lot of Jake episodes because that's what they did. For some reason, they aired a lot of Jake episodes, I guess within the last few months or two, and they just weren't that good. But earlier in 2014, they did a backstory for Jake's parents, or Jake in general. I think, was there a brother character too? Yeah, something like that. That was pretty good. Like, his parents were like mystery investigators or something. And I wasn't really into the grass sword idea for Finn. I'm kind of glad that's gone. Like, it didn't look right with this design. It's like, oh, he just has grass wrapped around his arm that can be his sword. And I think he lost his arm this year too. And they had the plot with the dad, his dad, who looked like the creator of the show. That was kind of cool, but it went nowhere, and this show does that a lot. It's like, they'll show stuff that could be important, but then it's like, oh, it's not important, or it's like, oh, we'll just end it there, like, we don't really care. And the show has a lot of potential, which it throws away for some odd reason. It still has a quirky humor and everything. I like the dentist episode where Jake's like, Finn, you have to go dentist. And I probably have some younger fans on here who are like, Adventure Time is my life. I will kill you, Sir 11. I mean, that's you, if you really like the show. But as I watch it, it's just like, ugh, not anymore. By the way, I need to buy some Adventure Time merchandise one day. I think that stuff is too And I kind of thought the show was called, you know, Adventure Time with Finn and Jake, not Adventure Time with Finn and Jake and friends who get the lead role a lot because, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like, especially last year, it seemed like the side characters almost got the main role as much as Finn and Jake, or even more than Finn and Jake. So I don't know. And you guys are probably like, yeah, well, Melvin, you just complained about too many Jake episodes. Yeah, well, those episodes were boring. You know, there are other people in the Candy Kingdom, yes, but I think they're forgetting who the main characters are. Like, if you focus on someone else and then you put Finn and Jake in one scene in the episode, I don't really think that's good. It's like, oh, we focused on someone else today, but we still know who our main characters are. But there are too many episodes focusing on other characters, and the show just has so much potential and does nothing with it. I guess that's like the main thing that I have a problem with. Um, let's see. I think Adventure Time has started this new age of like teen cartoons in a way. Uh, and then regular show is kind of there too, but I feel like regular show in some ways is for a different crowd, maybe a more mature crowd. But I don't know. Some people watch both shows. They don't really think about it this, you know, in such depth. So I don't know. Uh, so if you work under this show, you will get a show that fans of this show will watch. Bee and Puppy Cat, which is on, what is that, Fredinator? Something like that. Bravest Warriors, which is by the creator of this show. Steven Universe, which is by Rebecca Sugar, who used to do like music and stuff on Adventure Time. So like you work under Adventure Time, you get a TV show. That's how it seems like it works. And I said that in my I said that in my what was that show? Over the Garden Wall? Yeah, I said that in my review of that show. I think most of my thoughts on Adventure Time are probably right. I think they're correct. And the episode with Princess Bubblegum and Fire Princess, I thought that was actually good because I recently watched that, but it wasn't good enough to like actually move it up on the list. They really need to stop singing in the show. I know I've been complaining about it for years, but it's still bad and it seems like it's getting worse. But those are my thoughts on Adventure Time, and that took a long time. Number 6, what is number 6? The Amazing World of Gumball. I'll be honest, I love this show, but I don't really like it as much now. It has some good episodes, but it's not top cartoon. It's not the top show on Cartoon Network anymore. I can't talk. I like how it explores the entire cast though. It started off last year nicely with the new episodes about the new episode about their voice changing. Excuse me. Okay. So it's like we enjoy it while we're young, we enjoy it while we're kids, we enjoy it while we can, and make the most of it, or something like that. But they did an episode about the voices changing, the voice actors changing and everything. I don't think they really needed to change the voice actors, but apparently they want the cast to stay in the same grade for the whole show. I had asked the creator about it, so yeah, that was kind of the response I got. And the show has some nice episodes, and it has an amazing art direction, but I had to take it down with the introduction of a new cartoon this year, and I guess kind of just feeling like the quality of the show changed. Because when I make these lists, it's usually based on stuff that that's happened recently. Like, I try to think about stuff from earlier in the year, and I tried to do that. I tried to like log what episodes I liked and everything, but it's like, nah. But, you know, I remember some stuff, but I don't really remember any Gumball episodes, like, standing out. But I remember it is a good show, and it probably did have some good episodes, but I just don't remember it being, you know, just as good. So I brought it down a little bit. And, you know, based on, like, these other shows, it's like, I enjoy watching these other shows more, so I think I'll put Gumball down on the list a little bit. It's pretty nice how Cartoon Network is marketing their shows now. If you haven't noticed, pretty much all cartoons have been running all this year. I'm not sure if Gumball has been running all this year, but most of the cartoons, like the main cartoons on their channel, have been running like all year. Like Adventure Time and regular show have been running all year for the most part. There might have been a few weeks that they didn't air, but overall they've been running all year. So that might be part of the reason why quality has dropped and stuff. you know, this is nice and all, but I don't think they've done this in the past. So I don't know. I feel like running a cartoon like all year isn't good because you hear about this all the time. The cartoons take like 9 months to make, and it's weird because these shows are like 10 minutes. I don't know why that takes 9 minutes to, I mean 9 months to make, but it's weird because you know anime takes the same amount of time. Like it seems like it's pretty standard in the cartoon business or anime business, animation basically, that it takes like 9 months to produce an episode, which is weird to me, but I don't know. Um, Let me see any good episodes of Gumball. I like that Gumball and Penny are finally together. I'm not really sure how that worked. It was like something about her shell cracking and then suddenly they were together. And I liked how they kept that design. Um, they focused on the ice cream character again, which was cool. Um, I think the Toast character got focused this year. Uh, and I think that's it. There's like a new coach. One of the characters at school is like the coach's daughter. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. So moving on to number 5, Clarence. Clarence finally comes on Cartoon Network at the very impressive plot. And at first I thought the show wouldn't be that good, but it's doing good so far. The show had an extremely gross episode though. I don't know if you guys watched that. They were like in a tree house. They were just like doing gross stuff. It's really nasty. Yeah, that was a weird episode. This show's it's weird. It's not super weird, but it's weird. It's getting there. And I said in my review that it gives a childhood feeling, which is true. And I was worried about Clarence because the first few episodes weren't too amazing, but it's doing fine. Pretty good, actually. And it's breaking some things that other cartoons wouldn't do, such as the kiss at the restaurant or Jeff's parents. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. And you should watch the show, so I'm not going to really tell you exactly what's going on. And it's so good on them for that. And it's too bad that the creator got fired for sexual harassment. He's the voice of Clarence, so I'm not sure how they did that, but it seemed like there was no change. And it's always great when you have a voice actor that can mimic the voice that someone else does immediately. And I mean, I guess right away, if that person were to get sick or, you know, fired from the show or something else happens. Yeah, I guess they get replacements. I guess they would do that, like have backup voice actors. I'm not sure. But let me see. The creator's credited on every episode with either like the plot or something, so I believe he's still involved, but I don't know. But I do know he has like mental issues or something. Like that was what they said. So I don't know if he's like trying. I guess he's like trying to get help and everything. I like the one character. I forgot his name. The guy with the afro. Like every time he gets hurt, like that's still like shown. Like they show that. Like he got a fork in his eye in one of the episodes. He has an eye patch now. Like whenever he gets injured, like they actually change his design. Um, Let me see. I like Jeff. Jeff seems similar to the way I would act, but a little bit more extreme. Like the one episode when he was trying to get into like the smart class, like that's something I would do. Is like back in middle school, like I felt like I should have been in the class with the smarter kids because like the other kids, they weren't the dumb kids. I guess that's a nice way of saying it. I guess they called it the normal class, but like those kids were dumb. Um, Loud, always talking. I'd actually, you know, asked someone that to ask the teacher like why I wasn't in the smarter class, and I got moved into there like the next semester or something or the next quarter, which was cool. Um, Clarence is a weird show. They did a Charlie Brown episode. That was cool. Um, they had like the music and everything, or like a parody of the music. That was nice. Um, yeah. Clarence is a good show. It's turning out to be a good show, and I think you guys should check it out. So, number 4, and I just opened up some kind of store accidentally, and that rhymed a little bit. Number 4 is Steven Universe, and I think Steven Universe was around 4 last year, so that's good that it's staying in place. Wait, no, is there a way it could have been 4? Did Legend of Korra air last year? Because if Legend of Korra didn't air last year, because like I normally have Gumball like at 2, I believe. And then I would have regular show and then Adventure Time. Nope, Steven Universe probably moved up a little bit. I'm not sure. But Steven Universe is a good show, but like other cartoons, it has a good plot that it rarely explores. It has good episodes here and there, and some aren't that Groot. What is this? What's the name of that movie? Guardians of the Galaxy. Groot. I think that's his name. It has some good episodes here and there. Some aren't good, but overall, I really like it. And they're not even close to done with this show. They're still on the first season, and they have season 2 to do. And I believe Cartoon Network gave them 50 episode seasons, or 52 or something. So they have a lot of work to do, and the show will be long. But it needs to be more plot driven. Like, there was a half-hour special about a different gym, and it was awesome. You know, it's probably a hint to something that's going to happen in the show later, but still, you kind of just messed up there. Like, you could have done a lot more stuff with that. We're sort of learning more about the characters and what they do, but still, it's such... I think the show has a really good plot that it really could do a good plot-driven cartoon with, but that's just me. And there was also an episode about Steven's mom, which I loved. You hear her talking, you see her with Greg and everything, and then she turns the camera on herself, and you're like, whoa! And then I like the episode with the watermelons. I'm not sure. No, that was not the same episode, because that was Lion 3 straight to video, and then there was a watermelon episode where Steven has the ability to do something that his mom used to do, and we kind of learned more about like Steven's mom and what happened to her, because I forgot what happened. I don't know if that was like directly stated or anything, but they did confirm what happened in Lion 3 straight to video. And then there was an episode where Steven got lost on an island with what is it, Lars and Sadie. Yeah, that was a nice episode. And it seems like Steven's voice actor is starting to change. It seems like his voice has gotten a little bit deeper. And overall, the show's cool. Number 3, regular show. And regular show's just doing great. Last year, it beat Adventure Time on my list, my personal list. And it's holding on well this year with great episodes. I love regular show, and there's more relationship stuff this time around, which I believe started at the beginning of last year. I'm not sure completely. I thought that was last year, where they started off with the dodgeball episode, because that was like the reintroduction of CJ. It could have been before that. I remember it being around New Year's, but I don't think this sort of plot has been going on for 2 years. So maybe 1 year. Which is cool, because they kept it pretty strong for 1 year. And I don't know if they're running out of ideas. It just seems like they're starting to explore a lot with characters, and I had noticed this before, that they were bringing back characters and stuff. And you remember like the random stuff that happens in regular show. People are like, "What the heck is going on? Why is it always happening?" Like, that's kind of been toned down a little bit in some ways. Yeah. So we have that. Let me see. Are there any specific episodes that I remember from this year? I wrote down the Skips episode, which Skips his backstory. That was cool. And yeah, like I said, they're starting to explore more stuff. Like, people wanted like a backstory for High Five Ghost. They kind of confirmed that at Comic-Con. They actually did it, which is cool. He kind of has like a girlfriend now. Muscle Man got married, and yeah. Oh yeah, in Adventure Time, they had an episode with the Futurama voice actors on there, and then there was like this thing that was made out of Jake that looked like Fry, I guess, in a way. And then they had like the professor from Futurama on there too. So I don't know if you guys, saw that episode or not. But you remember the plot twist with Margaret? Like, they just threw that at the end of one of the episodes, and just like, whatever. It's like, whoa, Margaret's back, and then she comes back, and then the thing happens in the Christmas special, and the Christmas special was awesome. And actually, the next episode's out, so I don't know if they're gonna go straight into the plot or they're gonna do something else. I don't know if regular show does, like, I guess you can't say filler episodes. It's a cartoon, but I don't know if they do like, would they focus on that right away, or would they do another episode focusing on someone else? But yeah, they're starting to like do more stuff, and I feel like they might be running dry with ideas in a way, but I'm not too sure. I still love the show, so there we go. Number 2, Beware the Batman. whoa, like I kind of just tacked this on the list last year, and look how high it got. Toonami kind of finished this show off because because Cartoon Network ran out of time to air it, so they actually had to show like 3 hours of episodes in one night. But before that, it was just kind of airing on Toonami. They started off with episode 1, of course, and, they kind of got into like later episodes, and I was like, hey, I might as well finish this show. I didn't really think it was that good, but I'll finish it. And I watched the 3 hours like maybe in a day or two. And the show does involve a lot of punching and kicking sound effects, which I didn't like. It's like, seriously, Batman needs new tricks, because like if you're watching Batman for a few hours and all you hear is it's aggravating, I guess, or it's a little bit annoying, you know? Oh man, it's a good show, but it was a good show. It didn't seem like a Saturday morning cartoon or like Toonami material. And I know Toonami is like anime and cartoons, but Toonami, like everyone knows Toonami for anime. Like you don't really see that many cartoons on there. I guess a few people watch Samurai Jack, but there's a reason why Samurai Jack is so late in the night, and I guess that's because it's not new, but it's not in a very good time slot either. You have all the anime before. They made sure that the anime is coming out first. One Piece, Naruto. I think even Bleach comes out before Samurai Jack, and Bleach ended in America last year. So you have that. And it seemed more like a darker cartoon for Cartoon Network, more of a late Friday or late Saturday cartoon. And I guess this is before Robin is introduced in the show, because Batgirl is kind of in the show, but not yet. And I don't really know anything about Batman because I haven't read the comics, but I don't really know which one of them is introduced first. I feel like Robin would be introduced first, but I don't know. And it's a good cartoon. It's just too bad that it ended. And I can kind of see why though. Like one episode for the show isn't good enough. The 3D art style isn't that good. It doesn't look good. They have that problem. And that's kind of why I didn't watch the Green Lantern show, which I heard was good too. And I think it was all one season of Beware the Batman, so I guess the later half was, just a better half with Harvey Dent and Deathstroke being introduced. And I forgot who was talking about this show, but they said like it's like Batman without the Joker, or I guess this is before the Joker's introduced. The Joker's like the main villain of Batman. That's the way it feels and everything. So, I don't know, to have a show without him, it felt a little bit unnatural. And like these villains, I guess they're either unknown or something, or they haven't really been focused on in like the cartoon versions. Because like, what was there one, like Anarchy? Like, I never heard of them. Mr. Pig and Mr. Toad. Like, these guys are in the comic books, but I haven't heard of them. I'm pretty sure only the comic book fans have heard of them, because I don't even remember seeing these guys in like the Justice League or anything like that. I don't know. I liked what they did with Batman and Deathstroke, like the whole brothers sort of thing. That's not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler. That's just like the way it was worded in the show, which is pretty cool. If I could get a DC show back, I'd probably take Young Justice over Listen to Heartbeat. And it's kind of sad that the DC Nation thing was a failure, and they still tried to do it with only one show. They still tried to do it with Teen Titans Go, which I think is doing well, because some people like it, and then you have like the old fans who are just stubborn and just like, I hate Teen Titans Go. I don't watch it personally, but I'm not gonna hate on someone for like watching it or anything. But I think Cartoon Network and Saturdays could be revolutionary, because apparently Saturday morning cartoons are dead, and I don't know if Toonzai ended. Did Toonzai end it, or did Toonzai end? Because I know I didn't use correct grammar like a few seconds ago, but because I don't watch it. I haven't really been watching it faithfully in years, because I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and then it's like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal sucks, so I don't watch that. And I believe that was the only thing on there. They kind of recycle Sonic and Kirby every year, and they act like those are new seasons or something like that. And then they have like other trash on there, Blue Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z Kai and all that. Alright, I think Cartoon Network should go ahead and get Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V when it comes out in America. Go ahead and get Inazuma 11, because there are video games, and it's kind of weird that Level 5 hasn't tried to put the show on TV. I don't know, but it seems like they haven't tried. And you know, we can get 2 episodes of Inazuma 11 a week because the show is kind of long. Bring back Young Justice, bring back Ben 10 for another season. Who cares? Let's just bring back Ben 10 again and again. And get some more DC shows and some anime, and there you go. Promote it well, and I think things will go smoothly. I think Cartoon Network could really take advantage of this. And I say that because I guess Nickelodeon's trying to do like their Sunday sort of programming. Like they used to have like, what was it, Monsuno, which it wasn't good. Like I saw the first episode. I tried to like talk to the creator. I was like, oh yeah, this makes me think of old anime, and I kept watching it. I was like, oh, this is kind of lame. It's like when Americans try to make like anime, it's not good. And they have LBX. I think LBX is actually pretty good in some aspects, but they color the guns and stuff in cartoon on Nickelodeon. They've edited it a little bit, but I still watch it. I still watch it. Like I still watch Dragon Ball Z Kai on there. Wasn't too bad, but you know they have guns in the show, and they like make the tips of them red or something. I mean, regular show has guns in it all the time, and I thought that was odd for a cartoon. That's why I think Cartoon Network should get stuff like this. They're a little bit more lenient on cartoons and everything. And you know, you have the stuff with Clarence, so yeah. Do I have anything else to say on that? Saturday morning cartoons, Pokemon. No. All right. Number 1, drum roll, please. Bad drum roll, yeah. Legend of Korra. Who didn't expect that? Ha ha ha. There's always that one person. I don't know. So season 3 of Legend of Korra easily takes the show to the top of this list. Like, it introduces Zahir, which is probably one of the best villains in the series. Zahir was just great. I don't even know why Zahir was so cool. Like, does anyone know why Zahir was so cool? I just like the character. I don't know if it was like the fact of having an airbending like villain or anything. Like, I thought he was cool from the introduction. Like, I thought it was like this old man. Like, you know, you see him with the long hair and everything. I thought it was this old man about to, you know, fight Korra. But he's kind of young, I guess, 30s, maybe 40s. I'm not sure. I don't know. Zahir's cool. Simple as that. Don't question it. I think the beard probably made him look even cooler, though. Like, the beard and longer hair. He kind of cut it a little bit when he got out of prison. But, man, he should have kept that. I know, like, they came up with the thing with, like, you feel the airbending more with your head being shaved. But the long hair was great. And, you know, Zahir was so cool, they had to bring him back in Season 4. Season 4 is good, but it can't touch Season 3. Season 4 kind of had a strange ending. I thought it was strange. I don't remember, like, my initial thoughts on it. It wasn't really explained well, in my opinion. It's like, oh, they wrote us a paper explaining stuff about it, but it's just like the way they explain it. It just seems like, oh, we just kind of did it. We have friends like that, so yeah, whatever. We made an ending like that. It's like, yeah, but the character wasn't like this beforehand. And they're like, yeah, the character wasn't like that, but you know, as you're writing, you know, you kind of want to change things with characters, and I'm just like, I guess creators can do that, but you probably shouldn't tell your fans that. That's the way I feel. I feel like if you said it was there from the beginning, I guess, you know, lying is wrong, but that would have been a better way of explaining it. It's strange that Legend of Korra got praised for something in its final scene, because Clarence went farther with that and barely got any attention. Did I say the Season 4 ending? That's for another video? I don't know, but I might make a video. I wanted to review Seasons 3 and 4, but I don't know if that'll happen. Like, I couldn't have done this of a review over Season 3. I could have done one, but I didn't really get into that. I don't really like I guess I could have made the video at college, but I didn't have a microphone. It's kind of hard, like, constantly asking people for microphones. And it's like, So, you have that. And the show just doesn't feel finished. Like, it ended, but it didn't. Like, it ended, but it didn't. Legend of Korra needs a Season 5, not because I love the show, but because it needs to feel finished. You know, like, Aang had a goal, Korra didn't have a goal, and the show suffers from the one-season plots, which I think Nickelodeon asked them to do, but still, you know, they tried to, like, they announced Seasons 2, 3, and 4, we tried to connect them. It's like, no, you didn't really do a good job of connecting them, so I mean, there you go. Otherwise, I feel like the show would be better. And I got a message, but okay, yeah. And there we go, Legend of Korra. So I want to talk about Ben 10 because Ben 10 fits somewhere on this list, but the show wasn't. Well, I didn't see any promos for this, and I was at college, so I couldn't watch it. But now I have a TV, and I'll be keeping up with all my little shows and everything. But Ben 10 aired like 3 seasons within a few months because it was on every day, and I didn't know about this. And I think it started when Cartoon Network and CNN were down, so I have a little bit of it, but I don't have. I think I missed like the first of the last 3 seasons, so I just decided not to watch it. I'll watch it online eventually. If Ben 10 was on my list, it'd probably be high like last year. Maybe under Batman. I've tried to watch, or maybe even above that. I've tried to watch 5 months of TV within a month, and I'm on the month of December. And you know, there's no Toonami in December, so I'm almost done. And I have a few more shows to watch, but I am behind on The Flash, The Flash, Ben 10, and Tenkai Nights. And I might not have Ben 10. I might not have Ben 10 because of the time period. Oh yeah, okay, I already explained that. And either way, it was just like way too much TV to watch. I hope Ben 10 had a great final 3 seasons. If you saw it, I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully they'll keep going with the show. I'm not sure if that's a joke or not, because you know Ben 10's been going on for a long time, since maybe 10 years, or it's getting close to 10 years probably. Over the Garden Wall deserves to be mentioned. When I noticed I didn't have enough shows for the list, I had actually forgotten about this show. But I don't think it should be on the list. If you watched my review, I liked it overall, but some of the episodes were boring. But the last 2 episodes are great. Some of the middle ones are good. The introduction's good. So, I mean, it's a good special. And I feel like I can't call this a series. I think it has 10 episodes. And I just didn't want to put it on the list. Like, I think it's good. I don't think it should be on the list or anything. But if it was on the list, it'd probably be like number 3 or number 2. But I don't think that's too crazy to say. You know, Beware the Batman isn't that great, right? But I feel like it's wrong to say Over the Garden Wall is better than these shows when these other shows have better episodes overall, but Over the Garden Wall is just good, you know, when you think about it, and you know, like how deep it is and everything. So it's a deep special. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Family Guy's improving, American Dad's good as always, and that's pretty much it from me. This is a long video. I don't know if people will watch this, but cartoons are like always the popular ones on the list, the top cartoons list. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I redid this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like to like my Facebook page, Sermo11 is my Facebook page, and my Twitter is at Melvin2898. And I will see you guys later. Peace.